Welcome to another cheap car showdown. We are done with Nissan, or Nissan, whichever you prefer to call it. It is sad to see it go, but in truth, there were not that many cars under 30,000. Um, Let us see. We have to now search for more cars, and oh, that's a nice looking one, the Opel GT. So we're going to take the Opel GT in its stock part forms. I feel like I have to say that because it really bothers me that homologation, homologation. That's how you say it. Part, yeah, that's automatically fitted. I don't like that. I don't think many people do like that. It, in my opinion, ruins a very great part of the game, which is tuning and tweaking. But okay, every car I've raced is in its stock form, not in its best of its class form. So we've invented our own class here, under 30,000 credits. That's all that we care about. Under 30,000 credits, we're going to take it out to Lime Rock, give it a good 5-lap thrashing, and see what time it can get. Now, still, reigning supreme is our Mazda 3 with 1 minute 4 seconds, .757. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to beat that in this car, but it sure does look good, and that's got to count for something, right? So, let's get started. I got a sneeze brewing. I'm trying not sneeze on you guys. But it's going to happen. There, I sneezed on you. Welcome to the club. Alright, so we're off with our fairly old Opel GT. One of the best looking cars that I think has ever been made. It likes to, at least it seemed to in that corner, it likes to hold on to its geometry a little longer than I'm used to. Like, I let go of the controller. Not a very fast car. I don't think this is going to be it, but you know what? Maybe we can have some fun in it. I can't believe this car is under 30,000. It looks like one that would cost so much more. Maybe we can keep some speed up. Dang, look at that. Just taking the curb. Third gear all day long. No! That's okay. That's okay. It's weird, that corner, the first entry marker, which are the cones on the left or the right, depending on which way the corner is going. But the first entry marker is so far back that I just don't see it being possible. If you started turning there, maybe it's for faster cars. That would make sense. Sounds really good too. I'm just kind of curious what kind of motor this little bugger has. I didn't check before I took off, so I'm not quite sure. But the Opel GT, glorious in all of its beauty. It has like this Corvette / RX-7 rear end. I don't know, it looks nice. It's a nice looking car. Running out of words for you guys, so you just have to deal with silence for a second. Almost made the same mistake twice, but I got that one. Got it just in time. There we go. That was pretty decent. I wish I remembered where I turned in there so I could do it again, but I'd forgotten already. So 113. Not too shabby. A lot of the older cars tend to fall in that range. I don't know whether that's a lack of power or lack of handling, but this car handles pretty decent. I mean, not super well, but it's alright. So, I think it is a lack of power is what I'm going to chalk it up to. Yeah, it just doesn't have the oomph that we're looking for. Through here we should be at least 80 miles an hour. I mean, obviously we're going to get there, but I think we'd get there a lot sooner. It would be nice. So, to keep it in third up that hill so we can get that power. But going down this hill, we're going to definitely want to drop it into higher gear. so that we can take advantage of the full speed here. Just clip those corners. There we go. I wish they had more gearing or more power, one of the two. It seems like a lot of times the transmission can destroy a good lap. 112 though, it's pretty respectable for its age. And this is the cheap car showdown, so what can you expect? You're going to have some really pretty surprising ones. Obviously the Mazda 3, I did not expect to run it in 1:04 and just chop off so much time, but it did. What's incredible to me is that the class variation is real. I mean, we're spending similar money for each one of these cars. Obviously, there are no cars under 20, so it's going to be the cheapest cars in the game basically, but some of them go from E class to D. I'm not sure if I've seen a C class, but that's a pretty big jump for not much difference in money. So yeah, it is an interesting concept that maybe the amount of money you spend does not affect the class of car that you get. Because I'm sure that there are some $40,000 cars, quite a few, or higher, that cannot beat the Mazda 3 around this track. Alright, so this is our last lap. I'm going to try and take it a little more aggressive, because I've been trying to be conservative and smooth, change strategy a bit, just brake a little less, and see what happens. Sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes that pays off. Normally, no. By a little bit more aggressive, what I mean is just brake a little bit later and turn in a little bit sooner. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be pulling the e-brake and sliding through every corner. But a lot of times that doesn't help when I do that. The main goal for these, especially these slower cars, is not to be aggressive, but to keep your speed up. But it seems like that's actually working out for me, is turning in and braking less. So maybe this will be the fastest lap of the bunch, and this car responds well to the aggression, I think. It's a fairly planted car, but it's also, man, it's gorgeous. It's just so gorgeous. So what do we got? A 111. Yeah, that cut off half a second just by giving it a little bit less brake and a little bit more steering. So with that being said, it's still not the fastest car, not by any stretch, but it might just be the best looking car that we have seen. But at 1:11, I wouldn't recommend going out and trying to say it's the fastest car under 30,000. Alright, but that's going to be it for this episode, and I am quite curious to see what happens next for the next car. Thank you for watching, and thanks for giving me 6 minutes of your time. Have a great day.